All the time growing up, I've always heard, well, not just when I was a child, but also as an adult, I have heard Christians try to explain away the Holocaust and evil like that in the world. My wife and I went in January, and we went to the Holocaust Museum, and we walked through the museum, and it was horrific and sad. And as you walk through the museum, it's fairly long. We came to the end, and there was a plaque or a section that talked about the surviving Jews and how they were given back Israel, the land of Israel, and became a nation again at the end of the war. Well, for me, when I saw that, it was like a beautiful ending, and all of the Old Testament came rushing to me. Over and over and over in the Old Testament, God brought judgment on his people, on the Jews. Horrific things. The place, I think it's in Jeremiah, where he says, I will cause you to eat your children. And God's wrath was poured out in anger on the Jews. But then God always saved a remnant, and he restored them. And so you have, just as God used Syria, or Assyria, and wielded him like an axe to bring judgment on his people, so too did God use the Germans and Hitler and wield him as an axe against his people in wrath against the Jews. And just like God always did, he saved a remnant. He restored them. He gave them back the land of Israel, their nation. They became a nation. And so you have a beautiful picture of God saving a remnant because of his promises. There was no exclusion of God in the Holocaust or in the war. There is no exclusion from God in anything, anywhere.